Ah, so you finally saw through the smoke and mirrors, didn't you? The grand illusion of the perfectly curated facade? It all came crashing down the moment you spotted their cracks. Their masks shattered in front of your eyes, and now they're mad at you. They're furious. In fact, how dare you look beyond their lies? How dare you reveal the truth they've worked so hard to hide? And now they'll make sure you regret it. Don't they always? That's how it goes, right? They hate you for seeing them for what they truly are, and they'll go to any lengths to make sure you regret it. They'll call you crazy. They'll whisper behind your back. They'll twist the narrative until it suits their twisted version of reality. Because that's what they do, isn't it? That's the game they play. The grand manipulation, the controlled chaos, the slow and steady poisoning of your mind. But you saw through it, and now they're mad as hell, because they know the jig is up. The illusion is shattered, and they can no longer hide behind their mask of lies and deceit. Let me tell you something right now. You did the right thing. By seeing through them, you did the right thing by refusing to play along with their little charade. But I know it doesn't feel like it right now. I know you feel the weight of their anger, the heat of their contempt, as if they are closing in on you from all sides. You're feeling the pressure, because that's what they do. They try to suffocate you with their wrath. They try to bury you in their venomous words and manipulations because they want to make you feel small. They want you to doubt yourself. They want you to question your sanity for daring to expose the truth about who they really are. But here's the reality. They're only mad at you because you took away their power. You took away their ability to control you. You took away the mask that allowed them to operate in the shadows without being seen. And now they're exposed for all their flaws, for all their weaknesses, and they hate it. They can't stand the fact that their false image is no longer intact, that you see through their games, that you no longer care for their approval or their affection, because it's all a lie. It always was. So let them get mad. Let them fume and rage, because in the end it won't matter. You will stand tall in the face of their wrath. You will walk with your head held high, because you've learned a powerful truth, the truth that many will never understand. And that truth is this: the moment you see through someone's fake facade, you're no longer bound by their lies. You are free. You've broken the chains that once held you captive to their false narrative, and now you get to decide who you are on your own terms, not based on their approval or their perception of you, but on your own. And that is power, my friend. Real power. Because when you stop caring about what others think, when you stop playing their game and start creating your own, that's when you start winning. And it doesn't matter if they're mad at you. It doesn't matter if they try to tear you down or make you feel insignificant, because at the end of the day, they're just a shadow trying to steal your light, and you can't let them do that. You won't let them do that. They'll try to manipulate your emotions. They'll try to make you feel guilty. They'll try to make you second guess yourself. And I know it's hard. I know you're not immune to their tricks. I know it stings when they turn on you like that, when they try to make you feel like you're the one in the wrong. But here's the truth. You are not the villain in this story. You are not the one who is in the wrong. Here they are. They always have been. They just didn't expect you to wake up. They didn't expect you to see through their lies. And that's why they're scrambling now. That's why they're lashing out. Because they're afraid. They're terrified of losing control, of the power they've held over you for so long. They know that if you continue down this path, if you continue to see through their games, they won't be able to manipulate you anymore. They won't be able to play their mind games with you anymore. And that is their worst nightmare, because without their power over you, they are nothing. But here's the thing, they don't know. You've already won. You've already taken the first step toward freedom, simply by seeing through them, simply by realizing that they are not who they pretend to be. They are nothing but empty shells of people pretending to be something they're not. And now that you know their secret, they can't hide from you anymore. They can't play the same tricks because you're onto them. You see them for who they really are, and they can't stand it. They can't handle it. And that's why they're mad at you, because you took away their power, and the only thing they have left is rage and venom, and they'll try to poison your mind with it. But you don't have to drink their poison anymore. You don't have to believe their lies anymore. You don't have to let them control your life anymore. And when they come at you with their anger, their accusations, their hurtful words, don't back down. Don't let them make you feel like you're the one who's wrong, because you're not wrong. You're not crazy. You're not the villain. They're the ones who have been playing a game all this time. And now they've been caught in their own web of deception, and they hate it. They despise you for seeing them for what they are, but don't let that stop. You don't let their hatred get to you, because they can't touch you. They can't reach you. They can't hurt you anymore unless you allow them to. Unless you let their anger control your emotions. Unless you let their venom seep into your soul. But you won't do that, because you're stronger than that. You're smarter than that. And you know that their anger is nothing more than a desperate attempt to regain control over a situation that's already slipped out of their hands. So take a deep breath and stand firm, because you are not the one who should be afraid. Here you are not the one who should be trembling in fear. You are not the one who should be apologizing for exposing their lies. No, you stand tall, you stand proud, because you have seen the truth, and no one can take that away from you. No one can erase the knowledge you've gained. No one can make you unsee what you've already seen. And that's what makes you powerful. That's what makes you unstoppable, because you are no longer living in the dark. You are no longer bound by their lies. You are free. And the moment you realize that nothing can hurt you anymore, everything changes. The moment you stop giving them power over your emotions, the moment you stop fearing their wrath, the moment you stop letting them control the narrative, that's when you win, and that's when they lose, because their power was always built on deception and lies. And now that you see through them, their empire crumbles. They can scream and shout all they want. They can curse your name. They can talk behind your back. They can do whatever they think will get under your skin, but it won't work, because you've seen the truth. And once you see the truth, you can never go back. You can never be fooled again. And that's what scares them the most. That's why they're mad at you, because they know they've lost. They know that their game is over. They know that you are no longer a pawn in their scheme, and they hate it. They hate you for taking away their power. They hate you for daring to expose their weaknesses. And the funny thing is that the more they try to tear you down, the more they prove your point, the more they reveal their true nature to the world, the more they expose themselves for what they really are. And it's only a matter of time before others see it too. It's only a matter of time before the world wakes up to their lies. And when that day comes, they will have no one to blame but themselves. So let them be mad. Let them be furious. Let them burn with rage, because that's all they have left. Now their anger, their frustration, their need to control and manipulate you. But you know better. You know that their anger is just a mask for their own fear, their own insecurity, their own weakness. And you won't let it touch you. You won't let it break you, because you are stronger than their rage. You are stronger than their lies. And in the end, it's not their anger that will define you. It's your strength, your courage, your ability to rise above their petty games and emerge victorious, because that's what you are now. Victorious. You have won the battle, even if they don't know it yet. You saw through their fakeness, and that makes you a warrior. That makes you someone who cannot be fooled again. Someone who can never be taken advantage of again. Someone who will never again fall for the illusion of their perfect facade. Because you know better. You see through the lies, and you will never forget what they tried to do to you. And that makes you invincible, because the moment you realize that no one can control you with their lies, no one can manipulate you with their deceit, that's when you become untouchable, and that's when they truly lose. So go ahead and let them be mad. Let them stew in their anger. Let them curse your name and plot their next move. But know this, you are free. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. And no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, you will never go back to being the person you once were. You will never fall for their tricks again. Because you've seen the truth, and nothing can take that away from you. And in the end, it is the truth that will set you free, and it is the truth that will defeat them. And that's the thing about truth, isn't it? Truth doesn't need to be protected or defended, because truth stands on its own. The moment you choose to align yourself with it, you become part of something far greater than any petty schemes or manipulations. The world is built on lies, yes, but the foundation of those lies is weak, fragile, and ready to crumble at the slightest touch of reality. And you've touched it. You've touched the truth that they desperately tried to keep hidden, buried beneath layers of false smiles and empty promises. You've unraveled the web they so carefully spun around you, the web that was meant to trap you, to control you, to make you their pawn in their sick little game. But you saw through it. You saw it all. Now, as they lash out in anger, as they burn with rage, you have to understand something. This is the ultimate sign of your victory. When people are confronted with the truth of their own deceit, their own ugly nature, they can either face it or run from it. And the ones who choose to run, the ones who choose to bury their heads in the sand and pretend like it never happened, are the ones who will crumble. But you're not one of those people, are you? No, you've chosen the hard path. You've chosen the path of clarity. And that path is a lonely one, because few will walk it with you. Few will understand the depth of the weight you now carry, the weight of truth that will forever separate you from those who still cling to the lies. But let me tell you something. The isolation, the anger, the judgment from those around you, it's worth it. It's worth it, because in the end, when the dust settles and the lies have all been exposed for what they are, you will stand unshaken. You will stand proud. You will stand taller than any of them ever could, because you are aligned with something they can never touch, no matter how hard they try to break you. They'll attempt to discredit you. They'll try to shame you into silence, but it's already too late. The truth is out. The veil has been lifted, and they cannot unsee it. Do not be fooled by their attempts to turn the tables. Do not be fooled by their attempts to make you feel as though you're the one in the wrong. They are the ones who have been playing the game, pulling the strings, trying to control and manipulate every aspect of your life for their own selfish gain. But now, they are cornered, and in their desperation, they will reveal their true selves. Their anger will become their downfall, because when people can't control their emotions, they expose themselves for who they really are. And in their attempt to tear you down, they will only show the world how weak and small they are. But here's what you need to realize. This is where the real work begins. Now that you know the truth, now that you've seen through their facade, you must move forward with eyes wide open. You must understand that the world you once knew, the world that was so comfortable and familiar, is now forever changed. The people around you, The ones who once seemed like friends, the ones who pretended to care about you, they will now reveal themselves to you in a way you never could have imagined. The truth does that. It's a mirror. It shows you who people really are, not who they pretend to be. And that's the hardest part of this journey, isn't it? Realizing that the people you trusted, the people you loved, the people you gave your energy to, were never who they seemed. It's a brutal awakening, but it's an awakening you cannot undo. It's a truth you cannot unsee, and once you've seen it, you can never go back. So let them be angry, let them rail against you, let them spit their venom, because at the end of the day, it's only revealing the depth of their own fear. Fear is the root of all anger, you know. Think about it. When someone is angry, it's usually because they're afraid of losing control. They're afraid of being exposed. They're afraid of being seen for who they really are. And that's what they fear about you. They fear that you will expose them. They fear that the truth you carry will destroy them. And that fear, that deep, gnawing fear, is what drives their rage. It's not about you. It's about their own fragile egos, their own inability to face the truth. And that's their problem, not yours. Your problem, if you can even call it a problem, is how you will navigate the consequences of seeing through their lies. You are now in a different world, a world where your eyes are wide open, where you cannot pretend anymore, and there will be a temptation, a constant pull to go back to the way things were, to pretend that nothing has changed, to let them continue to manipulate you, to let them continue to pull the strings. But you can't do that. You won't do that. Because you know the price of silence. You know the cost of allowing these people to continue their games, their deception, their lies. You know what happens when you give them the power to shape your reality, to shape your story, and you refuse to let that happen. It's not going to be easy. No, this journey is not for the faint of heart, but you're not faint of heart. You're strong. You've always been strong. You just had to wake up to that strength. You had to understand that your power comes not from the approval of others, but from your ability to stand alone, to stand firm in your truth. And when you stand in your truth, you stand in your power. There's nothing more dangerous than a person who knows who they are, who knows their worth, and who refuses to let anyone take that from them. You are that person now. So let them be mad, let them plot, let them whisper behind your back, let them try to destroy you. It won't work. They're too weak. Their anger is nothing but a shield that will eventually shatter because it's built on lies. You, on the other hand, are standing on the foundation of truth. And truth is invincible. Truth doesn't crumble. Truth doesn't fall apart. It stands tall, no matter what the world throws at it. And that is why you are unstoppable. The battle is not won in the moments when you're surrounded by their anger, when you're fighting to hold on to your sanity amidst the chaos. No, the battle is won in the moments when you choose not to back down. The battle is won in the moments when you choose not to let their anger touch you, when you refuse to let their manipulations break you. The battle is won in the quiet moments, the moments when you realize that their games no longer have power over you, that their lies no longer control you, that their anger cannot touch you. This is your moment of freedom. This is your moment of awakening. This is the moment when you realize that no one can ever control you again. No one can ever make you doubt yourself again. No one can ever make you feel less than who you are. You are more powerful than they will ever be. You are stronger than they will ever be. And as their anger rises, as their manipulation grows more desperate, you will remain calm. You will remain steady. You will remain unshaken because you know the truth, and the truth will always set you free. So walk forward with your head held high. Walk forward with the knowledge that you have done the right thing. Walk forward, knowing that the path ahead will be difficult, but it will also be yours. It will be your path, carved by your own hands, guided by your own strength, and illuminated by the truth that no one can ever take from you. Let them be angry, let them rage. It will never change the fact that you are free, you are powerful, and you are unstoppable. Do you fully grasp the depth of that statement? You are unstoppable because you have broken free from the chains of other people's expectations, their manipulations, their desperate attempts to mold you into something you were never meant to be. You are unstoppable because you've unlocked the truth. And when you possess truth, when you are one with it, you hold the kind of power that no one can ever take from you. It's a quiet strength, a profound resilience, a fire within you that can never be extinguished. Understand this. The battle you fought, the fight to see through the illusions that others create, is a fight that not everyone is brave enough to undertake. Many people live their entire lives shackled by the lies they've been told, or the lies they've told themselves. They live within a false comfort, a safety net built from the fabric of deceit, woven tightly around their perception of reality. To live within such a lie is easy, it's comfortable, and it's far less painful than the truth. But the price they pay for that comfort is far greater than they could ever imagine. The price they pay is their authenticity, their soul, their potential, their power. And you chose the harder path, the one less traveled, the path of seeing, the path of knowing, the path of awakening. And in doing so, you separated yourself from the masses. You no longer walk in the world of illusion, pretending to be content in the falsehoods that others have accepted as truth. You see the world for what it truly is, with all its flaws and imperfections, its contradictions and its cruelty, but also its immense beauty, its infinite possibility. You now understand that truth is not something to be feared, something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. The moment you embrace truth, you began to evolve in ways that others simply can't understand. When you see people for who they truly are, you begin to see yourself for who you really are. And that self-realization, that power, is something they will never know. They may try to tear you down, to break you apart, to make you question your worth, but they can't succeed because you've already answered the only question that matters. Who am I? So when they come at you with their judgment, when they try to break you with their venomous words, remember this: they can't hurt you. They can't touch you. They can't reach the core of you. They might rage. They might destroy everything in their path in an attempt to break you. But it's all for nothing, because their rage is not your reality. Their chaos is not your storm. They cannot tear apart the truth you carry. They can only reveal how afraid they are of being exposed for who they truly are. And in their fear, they only make themselves weaker. But here's where it gets interesting. As they try to pull you down into the pit of their anger and deceit, there's a power you possess that they don't. The power of detachment. You can stand back and watch them flail in their desperation, trying to make you feel small, trying to hurt you, but you don't have to engage. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. The truth you carry is louder than any accusation they could throw at you, and it's stronger than any weapon they could use against you. You see, when you are aligned with the truth, you no longer need validation. You no longer need anyone else's approval. That's one of the greatest gifts that truth gives you. It frees you from the chains of others' opinions. You no longer need to please them, to meet their expectations, to be what they think you should be. You no longer need their permission to exist. And when you let go of that need, when you release the hold that others have on you, you become invincible. You are no longer bound by their view of who you should be. You are no longer a slave to their desires, their goals, their manipulations. You have stepped into your own light, and the moment you step into your own light, you will see that the world can do nothing but try to dim it. to extinguish it. The world will try to pull you back into darkness, back into confusion, back into the prison they once held you in. But you must never return to that place. You must stand firm in your truth. You must stand firm in your light and let nothing extinguish it. Let me tell you this, the world is full of people who will try to convince you that you're wrong. They will try to convince you that your truth is invalid, that your vision is distorted, that your path is flawed. But the truth is always valid, and the truth is always right, because it is real, it is unshakable, and it is yours. When you hold that truth in your heart, when you trust it with every fiber of your being, you become an unstoppable force. No one, no matter how hard they try, can stop someone who knows who they are and who stands unwavering in their truth. But let me warn you, the road ahead won't be easy. There will be many who will try to break you. They will try to undermine you. They will tell you that you're crazy, that you're wrong, that you don't know what you're talking about. But these words are empty. They are meaningless. They are designed to shake you, to make you question yourself, to make you second guess everything you've learned. They will do whatever it takes to make you feel like you are the problem, like you are the one who is lost. But you are not lost, you are found. And in your discovery of self, you've uncovered the ultimate weapon, clarity. You now see the world as it truly is, and because of that clarity, you are no longer bound by the illusions that others try to impose on you. You are free to move forward in the direction of your choosing, without fear, without hesitation, because you understand that your power lies in your ability to see things as they truly are. And when you see clearly, when you understand the game that is being played, you cannot be controlled. You cannot be manipulated. You cannot be broken. You know this now, don't you? You know that the chains that once held you in place, the ones that once bound you to the opinions and desires of others, are no longer relevant. Those chains no longer have any power over you. The world might try to tempt you back into its prison. It might try to drag you back into the web of lies that it spins so easily, but you must resist. You must refuse to return to that place. You must remember that your freedom is found in your truth, and your truth is the one thing that no one can ever take from you. But the question remains, what will you do with this power? How will you move forward now that you've seen the truth? Now that you've broken free from the illusions that once defined your world? You have a choice, a responsibility to create the life that is truly yours, to forge your own path, to live on your own terms. The truth is, you have already won. The moment you saw through their lies, the moment you broke free from their control, you won. You can walk away from all of it, from the people who tried to manipulate you, from the systems that tried to control you, from the world that tried to define you. You can walk away, and in walking away, you reclaim your life, you reclaim your soul, you reclaim your power. And that, my friend, is the greatest victory anyone can ever achieve. So, let them rage, let them be angry, let them scream into the void. It won't matter, because you are unstoppable, you are unbreakable, and nothing they do, nothing they say, will ever change that. You've seen the truth, and once you see the truth, there's no going back. There's no return to the shadows. You are free, you are powerful, and you are unstoppable. The world belongs to those who refuse to be controlled, to those who stand firm in their truth, to those who know that no matter how hard the world tries to tear them down, they will always rise again. So rise, keep rising, because you, my friend, are unstoppable. In the end, remember this: you are unstoppable because you hold the truth, and the truth is your greatest weapon. The world may try to break you, to manipulate you, to silence you, but it will never succeed because the strength you now possess comes from within. You have seen through the lies, broken free from their chains, and embraced your true power. Now, walk forward with confidence, knowing that nothing and no one can ever take away what you've discovered, your own unshakable truth. You are free, you are powerful, and you are unstoppable. Keep rising.